Everybody, hope y'all doing well today. This is my review of The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, episode 2, entitled Alouette. This show is finally, in my opinion, the first episode so, but to me it feels like this show has come into its own. You have, and I cannot remember her name, but the nun that's helping her a lot. You see her backstory. You see her as a party girl in Paris and a thief, and just a pretty scummy person. But you also see her reacting to the virus kicking in and Paris going to pieces. And you see her meet this, he sounds British, but he might be Irish, who knows. See her meet him. Then you see her go get her sister. And they all take off for the country. And all this is flashbacks. At the same time, while Daryl and Leon and the rest are, on the road. But then they have to leave the mule because there's walkers and the mule won't go any further. But you get a lot in this episode of her backstory. What does that bode for the rest of the first season? Who knows? Is she going to turn on Daryl? Is she just using Daryl for some other means besides just their stated means? Who knows? Then they find this preschool. And of course, this is 12 or 13 years into the apocalypse, so of course the oldest kids are, around adult age, 17, 18, and then there's smaller children there. And they're holding their own. They're kind of like a little Lord of the Flies type camp, and there's one girl that's sort of the leader. Then you also see that there's the school, the lady over the school's kept part of what's kept them all going, but she's sick and near death. When they do get there, they think that they have more weapons than our group, and they surround them, and they end up telling them that Daryl is Father Daryl, so they won't attack him, and I thought that was kind of cute. Daryl finds out that they could get some items to maybe help themselves if, to help the lady, if they go to this castle where this guy's staying, that he's stolen all the good stuff, the medicine and just all the useful stuff in the town. And Daryl decides to go with them, or at least go and try to get some of that stuff. It's also a cute scene with all the kids watching TV. Somebody's rigged up a exercise bike to generate power, and they're watching Mork and Mindy, which I never thought I would see on a Walking Dead show, but good choice. It's kind of funny that the producers never picked any shows, like in the world of The Walking Dead, at least on the TV shows, should have ended around 2010. So you had shows well past the 80s that could have been used. But, they had to Who's the Boss on that one episode at the Sanctuary. So it's kind of odd. Anyways, you have Daryl and that girl. They go, and you also have some more backstory on the main nun and her sister, and the British guy. Her sister's pregnant, and of course her sister hadn't told her, and they end up leaving the British guy, and her sister and her end up at the convent that she ends up at, and her sister's gotten bit, so her sister eventually ends up dying during childbirth and turning into a zombie before Leon is born. But you have the other side story that's going on at the same time is Daryl and that girl going to that castle. And Daryl makes it into the castle. You come to find out that the guy in the castle is actually an American from Texas who's held up in there and thinks, oh, I can get back home and everything will be good back home. And Daryl's pretty much like, everything is gone. Yeah, lots of backstory in this, but good backstory. I mean, sometimes you have filler and it's just filler. This is lots of filler that fills you in on character faults and character strengths. And the Texas guy, the castle he's living in, also has a moat, and it's full of walkers, and Daryl ends up falling in there and having to fight his way out. But yeah, in the end, they get a wagon and a new horse to continue on their journeys. And yeah, I mean, is it the best thing since sliced bread? No, but I like this show a lot better, especially with this second episode, than I did Dead City. And also the guy from the first episode that, they killed his brother and all that other stuff. He finds Daryl's recording at the monastery. And so he knows a little more about Daryl than, he probably should. But, yeah, looks like next week will be good. I don't know why they couldn't have waited and done these a little bit better. I know you get people wanting stuff very quickly, but if you rush it too much, then it's no good, and then nobody wants it anyway. So I don't know. You kind of gotta have an equilibrium. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed my review. Hopefully this one's not as long as last week, but yeah, we will see you all tomorrow for YouTube Gym.